Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode, new series. We're playing Niche, a genetic survival game. Now this game is all about just surviving in the wild. I don't know what to name our tribe. We'll do Tribe of Misty. Oh, whoops. Misty Storms. Why not? Alright, we're gonna do story mode. We're gonna start with Adam and Eve, and it'll just show us everything when we get in. Now, the little, video thing might be a little laggy, just because my computer is a piece of shit. So, we love Monster. Getting us over our awkward conversations with ourselves. Alright, what we got here? Lag. Like I said, it's gonna be quite a trip. I'm not gonna edit it out, because, I don't know, I'm lazy. And you can kind of piece together what happens to Adam. And why he ends up where he is. So Adam was snatched up by a bird off of his home island, which had what appeared to be cherry blossoms. And then he had scratched the talons of the bird and he fell. And he wakes up on this island that's covered in vines and mud, and he's just all on his own. And that is where we take control, if it ever lets me. Alright, here we go. Ouch, that hurt! You're all alone, stranded on an island far away from home. You use mouse wheel to zoom, or you can use R and F. Left click and drag, or use WASD to move the camera around, and then right click and drag, or it's Q, E, T, and G, an odd set of things. Alright, so I said click on Adam to select him. My computer's running like dookie, so gotta give it a minute. So this is Adam. As you can see, he follows our cursor. Try and see if you can still walk. While Adam is selected, click on a paw symbol to move. So we're just going to move one step. And that little green thing is his energy. Yeah, what a long day. Time to get some sleep. At the beginning of each day, animals regain their action points, which are represented by the gems on their chests. Each performed action, such as walking, depletes one action point. So, I usually just hit space, just because it's easier that way. So we're on to the next day. There seems to be plenty of food on this island. Let's eat. Animals eat one food per day. Make sure Adam doesn't starve. The animal counter in the lower right, which is this one right here, display. Oh, just all of this is the animal counter. Displays how much food. So right here, this is all the food we have. And this is how many are taken away at the end of the day. Yeah. And this is nesting material, which you use to make a nest. A nicheling has to be pregnant in order for you to make a nest. But you will quickly pick up that the males have manes, the females do not, a lot like lions. Alright. So now it wants us to move to this port up here, which is going to take a few moves. So right now Adam is a teenager. I'm going to try and gather as much food as I can and then take off towards the port. Luckily, it doesn't look like it'll be too hard of a trip. Okay. So he's now an adult, which means he now has 3 action points. And we can skedaddle on out of here. Alright. Behind you, the stepping stones crumble and splash into the ocean. It sounds like animals are living on this island. You smell the presence of a member of your species. You can toggle your senses by clicking on the button in the bottom right or pressing 1, 2, or 3 on your keyboard. So it wants me to try and find another member of my species, which shouldn't be too hard. Yep, there's a berry bush. She's right there. So this is when Adam meets Eve, because this is the tutorial. Oh, okay. So we're going to offer her some food. She's going to join us, and this is Eve. Eve is very unique. Eve actually has toxic body, which, in my opinion, pairs very well with poison things like Adam has. So we're just going to have them gather food for a little bit. And then it does... It does want us to make them have a baby. But I want to make sure we have enough food. A good, like, base ground for us. In order... So the baby doesn't starve, pretty much. I'm going to have her jump over here, gather that, and then we're just going to build a nest. Now, she does have nimble fingers, which is this one. And it means that she can, like, crack open acorns, coconuts, shells, and she can also gather berries faster and easier, and more of them at a time. She has big nose, which means she can smell better than Adam can. So right now we're in the smell menu. Adam can only smell 1, where she can smell out to 3, like tiles. So yeah, it's Adam and Eve. And now they have their little girl, which the genetics for this doesn't follow her blue coat. Her blue coat is because she has toxic body. Now I don't know what traits decide if she has blue, purple, green, or any of those. I haven't figured that much out yet. But she has toxic body, therefore she's blue. If she wasn't blue, she would be like a dark brown. This is her coat right here. Adam is yellow and red, so he is orange. Now, over here we have the yellow and the like chestnut brown that mixed. And that created this like mustard color. And she has big body, just like her dad. So she does get to use that coat. She does get to keep that coat. She got poison fangs, just like her dad. And she did get her mom's nimble fingers. So her name is Mimira, which we're going to just change. Oh, I'll change it in a minute. So it wants us to go to see this. It shows that she is venomous. She has 1 defense. She has poison resistance. She has 1 cracking because of her nimble fingers. 2 strength because of her big body, which if you have 1 or less, I don't believe you can attack anything. Like Eve doesn't have any, so she can't attack anything at all. But going back to Mimira, she has 3 collecting, same as her mom. Her mom has 3 collecting as well. She cannot fly. She does not have wings. Swimming is 1, just because like she doesn't have swimming hind legs, she doesn't have a swimming tail, she doesn't have anything to do with swimming. Whoops. No, I need Mimira. Down here is fertility, immunity, eyesight, just all this good stuff. I don't pay attention to this tab that much. I mostly look here. Here, it shows up here what's not recessive, what is showing, what is active, and then down here is recessive. So the only exception for the recessive is, like, obviously she has 2 legs, so it's going to show her nimble fingers and her runner leg. And that is not recessive, that is currently active. It is this one right here if you look at the bottom left. Now, she doesn't have the webbed hind legs. She has normal hind legs. But her coat is another thing. It's in the recessive part, but it is showing. And then obviously she doesn't have any horns, but the horn color and her pattern color, which she doesn't have any patterns either. But that is also not, her offspring will get it, but it is also showing. No. Since she has short-sighted eyes recessive, we are going to go into here, which is where it wanted us to go, and it wants us to select mutation. Now this is our mutation menu. This is where we can select a mutation that we want to mutate. It only has a 50% chance for both of them. That does not mean if I put the same thing in both slots, it will be 100%. That just means it's like rolling two different spinners. And the first spinner is this thing, and then not having it. Second spinner will be the one that we choose to go here, and then not having it. But we are going to do normal eyesight. In the first one, I don't believe she needs anything else. She's pretty healthy for a starter. But yeah, and then it wants us to mess around with this. So alphas eat first, omegas eat last, beta eat in between the two. And now it wants the family tree. So this is our family tree. Right now it is very small because we only have Adam, Eve, and Mamira, which I'm going to change her name to Mary. I want to keep the first letter of each name, but for the most part I want to rename them. That way I get a little more attached to them. I won't be like, oh, who just died? So we have Mary. This is another spot where you can see everything. It will show you dead ancestors, but you just need to play long enough for them to die. So now it's the end of the tutorial. Where'd that rabbit go? Oh, there's two rabbits. Eve cannot kill anything, I don't believe. So just be Adam hunting, and when Mary grows up, she will also be hunting. But for the time being, I'm going to have them gather what food they can. And then jump on out of here. But since Mary is still young, she cannot exactly travel very fast, so we have plenty of time. Let's see. I wanted him to get that rabbit, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Oh, there we go. Okay. And we'll just leave in the next turn. So we now have 3 animals instead of just the one, so it is taking 3 away for each. Alright, we're going to get her on up there, him there, and then Mary is going to lead us on. So now we've arrived at the next island, which is slightly bigger. It has 2 ports to go on instead of just the one. But this is the one we just arrived from. We're going to go ahead and start exploring. I don't believe there's any dangers on this first island, but I could be wrong. So I did just have them breed again. And this is a permanent nest down here, which means we won't have to use nesting material to make one. So I am going to have her jump on in here. Have Adam jump over here. I want to get Mary over here with them. So yeah. And now Eve will be having her first baby. Not first, second baby. Her second baby. Alright. His name is Van Dukler. But we're going to change his name to Vlad. Now, if anyone actually does enjoy this series, you are more than welcome to leave names in the comment section, and I will be looking through those for suggestions instead of just whatever name first pops into mind. Mary is an adult now, which means it would be time to get her a mate or husband or whatever. Now, this is when immunity really comes into play. So, her dad has home island and G. Her mom has A and B, which means they are safe to breed together. They do not share an immunity. But then her and her brother both have G immunity, which means when he grows up, if they were to try and have a baby together, there is a 50% chance it comes out sickly. Now, with how many babies you should be having in this, it is very likely to have at least one out of the two. But, and yes, that is something you will have to do. You will have to breed siblings together at some points. Hopefully, we won't have to do that too often. But for the very beginning of this, we might... Oh, where'd she go? Alright, so this is a wandering creature. Her name is Ista. We are going to go ahead and invite her in. Now, she has a very unique face. She has the derp snout, which I don't mind. It adds to smelling and doesn't really take away anything else besides her appearance. So, I'll take it. She has C and E immunity, which means she would be safe to breed with Adam. But she is too old to breed with his son. She only has 5 days left, and it'll take him about that time to grow up. So these two are not going to end up breeding together. Adam and her might. Just because she does have that E immunity, which no one else has. If anything, I think I would want her nest to be up here. So let's look at Vlad real quickly because we didn't do that before. He has big body. He has that black and yellow fur. If he did have horns, he would have black horns, like completely black. Unlike his sister, where if she had not black horns, if she just had horns in general, they would be like a dark red. Yeah, so this is Vlad. He has good eyesight. Recessive, he does have short-sighted eyes, which I quickly want to breed out. Just because if we have a short-sighted breed with someone who has blind recessive, 9 times out of 10, the blind will take over. And that is not something you want for a community to survive. No, he doesn't seem too much different from his sister. I mean, different recessive tails, different paws. But for the most part, they are pretty similar. Oh, there is another nest up here. I think I might actually send her up here. So, yeah. Now, she had another little boy named Rodon. Rodon. We're going to change his name. It's a good boy name that starts with an R. I don't want to do Richard. Ronnie. Roger. What's a unique boy's name that starts with R? Unique boy names. Rowan. Oh, I like that. Rowan. I wouldn't have thought of that. So we have little Rowan. Also not too different from his siblings. Short-sighted recessive, which I still want to breed out very quickly. Toxic body recessive, which I don't mind. If anything, toxic body might be pretty good to have. It would just make them look all bumpy and weird. I am going to have Adam. meet with this lovely lady. What's her name? Ista? I might just change her name to Isla, just so it's a little easier. Isla. Now she has short-sighted eyes, which means we definitely want to get that good eyesight in. And what else does she have? Usually these kinds of creatures are a work of art. Work in progress, that's it. Now she does have hemophilia, which, yeah, they take high damage from blood loss, and if I remember correctly, they do bleed longer. So we're going to try and... Oh, they changed it. It used to be normal blood clotting that was unlocked, and then hemophilia would be locked. Huh, okay. It makes sense now that hemophilia is the unlocked one. Okay. So that one we're not going to get to because you have to have 10 generations. But for the most part, I don't think it'll be too much of an issue. Kind of want to get a pattern in. I'm going to try and keep tiger stripes going with these guys. All right. And now this is when the family tree is going to start to get a little interesting. Because now Adam fathered 4 children. Eve only mothered 3, and Isla had 1. Now this is Isla's, Annalyn. I'll keep her as Anna. Now this is little Anna. She looks a lot like her mom. Almost exactly like her mom. There's no proof that she's Adam's, so Eve can't get mad. Now, I do want to find a different mate for Mary because she has B and G, and I would like to keep her from having to breed with her siblings. Now, I believe... Oh, C and G. So Anna can't breed with any of them either. As upsetting as that may be. And yes, this is the main purpose that a lot of females will play in this. Is just having babies. So I'm going to try and get as many babies out of Isla as I can. Oh, she has low fertility. So she does only have 3 fertility, while Adam and everyone else has 6. Which means breeding that low fertility in with all of my creatures will possibly kill them off. I hate to say. Okay. So Mary is still on lookout for a handsome nicheling. This is a termite mound. They don't really play any importance to us right now. But I do want to possibly find more nichelings. Alright, so we do have a little boy over here that doesn't have poison fangs. Ooh. So Kuvanduke, which I'm going to take this opportunity to name him Kyle. We have little Kyle over here. He has big nose with poison fangs, recessive. Which I'm not too mad about. He also has toxic body, recessive. So he has a lot of dormant, a lot of dormant poison and venom. So this is little Kyle. And Kyle would actually be perfect to breed with Anna. They're around the same age. They have compatible immunities. I think it's perfect. So little Kyle. Yeah, so he has a home island immunity that we want to kind of pass on. So if I can get as many home island immunities as possible, that would be great. Oh, so we do have this little one over here, this little girl. She has stripes, just like her dad. She has the poison fangs, just like her dad. She has the pink fur, like her mother. And she has that nimble finger, like her mother. So, her name will be Lydia, just because I think it's a pretty name. we have little Lydia over here who is short-sighted. She has that hemophilia recessive. But for the most part, she looks pretty healthy. She's pretty good. Now I'm going to have Anna kind of stick around because I want her and Kyle to kind of just be around each other. Now, as you can see, we are now at 9 creatures and we have 36 food, which means I want to get more food going as soon as possible. I want to find a male that I can breed with Mary, because Mary is our eldest out of all the children. Lydia has CNG, which means she could also breed with Kyle. Having CNG, she can't breed with any of the other two. So yeah, they are half siblings. So it is still weird, but that's just the name of the game, man. I'm going to have them have one more child, and she's going to build a nest because she is going to die after she has this child. Now, Isla, it was great having you. I hope that this last child of yours gets that E immunity. Otherwise, there's kind of no point in adding her into the family. Oh, wow. Not a pink child. She got Home Island. I'll take it. So now, Isla had one last child. And I want to name her after Isla. But I want to keep that S. Sila? Sisla? Sila? I don't know. Unique girl names, please. Girl. S. Sarai. I kind of like that. Sarai. Sari. I don't know. I'm going to name her Sarai. And look at all of Adam's children. So Lydia and Anna. I'm gonna have Kyle kind of like hang out with them. This is gonna be their little trio growing up. Rowan's gonna stick close because he can breed with Sarai. And then Vlad and Mary, I think, are just gonna be on food patrol. Just making sure we have enough for everybody. And now I think Adam and Eve might be done having children for a little bit. Because they are getting up there in age. They have 4 days left. Oh, she has 3 days left. So this is their last child together. A cute little red child. And her name, Milko. We'll do... let's see. Maeve? Maeve. I like that. Dude, I'm finding so many cute names that exist. Huh, who would have known? So yeah, Adam and Eve have had their final child together. That grants them a total, together, of 5. Isla had 3 with him, 3 little girls. Eve had 3 boys and 2 girls. So we're definitely outnumbered with more girls than boys. But I don't think it's too much of an issue. Because with these 3... Oh, he's an adult now. Now this is weird. Now this is weird, Sarai. I did want to breed Mary, but I don't think we'll be able to. I might just have everyone... I might bring these two back and move everyone this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have exactly enough to go. The parents are probably going to stay, though. Just because they're done having babies. They've had all that they need. They'll gather food for their children to go, but for the most part, they're done. This is the end of their baby days. So, of course it rains right when I mentioned leaving. The rain makes all the berry bushes just kind of reset, gives them more berries. And I'm really sad that Eve is gonna die without having a single toxic-bodied baby. They're all recessive though, so it's not too bad. Oh, this is a friendly bear? Peaceful bear. Basically, you give them nesting material while they are next to your nest or your babies, and they will sit there and guard your babies. I have not had a baby die yet while a peaceful bear was guarding them. So yeah, which of them was short-sighted? It was you. It was Lydia. Lydia was short-sighted. Okay, Lydia is adorable. They're all adorable. Okay. So now it is time for everyone to start journeying this way. I think we have a good, like, little set for food. And of course they are going to gather food as they go. I'm just gonna go ahead. And now I'm gonna let Adam kind of clear the path a little bit for everyone. Maeve. Oh, there's a nest right there. Wow. No, goodbye, Eve. Oh. Eve, the mother of the group. Our beautiful, toxic-bodied creature. I like to imagine she was a very caring and devoted mother. She had some pretty basic names. Like Mary, Kyle. She had a lot of children that looked alike. So Vlad, Kyle, and Mary all looked pretty similar. Rowan and Maeve looked similar to each other. And then with Isla, Lydia, and Anna, the only difference was Lydia had poison fangs and stripes, where Anna did not have stripes, and she had the derp snout. I think this is where I'm going to leave it up for this episode, guys. Thank you all for watching. The next episode, we will be losing Adam, but we will be journeying to the next island. So thank you all for watching. I hope you tune in next time for more Misty Storms. That's what we named the tribe? I think so. All right. Bye, guys.